The 90 Rock Morning Show, 9/13, April 1st, and here we go. We're going to come up with entertainment later on in the program, but right now we have national champions in the studio, the Rocky Gorge Rugby Club, and joining us we have Eric Woodworth and Dustin Meehan. Eric is a prop, Dustin is a flanker. We'll figure out what the hell that is in
I want to
rugby.
be a hooker.
You are a hooker.
You're right next to me then.
Yeah,
Right
I want to be right next to Eric.
You're going to be attached to the hip.
Yeah,
I used to be a hooker.
yeah. I bet you did pretty good, you good-looking son of a bitch. You're too good-looking to be a rugby player, though.
Yeah.
You don't get hit in the face a lot, do you?
Look how short he is, man. Nobody can get him.
I've kind of devoted myself to grow out this flowing hair, though.
Yeah, it's looking good, buddy. Now, let me ask you a couple questions. How old were you when you started playing rugby?
I was a sophomore in college.
Really?
Yeah, so I was probably 21.
And had you played other sports prior to that?
Yeah.
Would-
Play football.
Is football tougher than rugby?
No.
Not even close.
No.
Rugby hurts a lot more,
Not
doesn't
even
it?
close. I don't know if it's so much it hurts more. It's just the way you have to like physically condition yourself to be able to move for 80 minutes straight. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like imagine playing a soccer game, but except every time you guys came into contact with each other, both of you went to the ground
Yeah.
and tackled each other in the face.
Yeah, it's
So,
brutal.
It is pretty
Now, what level are you guys as far as a club team goes?
We're Division II men's club.
We're pretty far up there.
So yeah, and we just last spring we did win the national championship and beat Wisconsin
Wow.
over in Glendale, Colorado, which was very
Congratulations.
exciting.
Where do you guys play?
Right in our home pitch is in Columbia, Maryland, right in the East Columbia Library. We actually have 3 different pitches there, and
Yeah.
we run tournaments and all types of stuff over there.
When do you take when's your league night or a day or whatever?
Saturday is always a rugby day. Saturday.
Okay.
So if you were to go down there, you could see a rugby game.
Absolutely, absolutely. We actually have a game coming up this Saturday. Schuylkill River is coming down. They're a Division I men's club. They're a 4th D1 club that we're playing to warm up for the playoffs. And so far, we're undefeated against D1 clubs, which is pretty good.
Pretty amazing.
Now, how do you get to move up?
Money is a big factor. We
Yeah.
could just say that we wanted to move up, but really, it's more of a club money kind of thing because we would go from playing D1, D2 clubs, which are like 30, 40 minutes around here,
Yeah.
to going up to Philly and going up to New York and Chicago.
Yeah.
Becomes regional and
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah, a lot more traveling.
Yeah,
Tipping the bill for that can be a little bit more.
excruciating.
So you
Absolutely.
drinking guys. I'm sure you guys like to drink, huh? You
Yeah.
play rugby, right?
They don't call me party boy for nothing.
Yes, he is party boy Dustin Meehan. I brought him in here.
So how many times, Dustin, have you showed up with a horrible hangover to practice, and then you were hungover again for the game, and you won?
That's pretty much every weekend.
Dustin, we had a game down at Raleigh. We had to go travel down to Raleigh to go play them, and of course Dustin is late for the game with his entire car of people. We get a text about 20 minutes before game time, and it's Dustin half clothed running out of the house like this, and it just said "Classic Meehan." Like,
Oh, that's great. Now, so let me ask you a couple questions about the sport. Now, I always get rugby and Aussie rules kind of mixed up when I'm watching them. Do you guys have to bounce it when you're running with it? No. But you do have to always pitch backwards, right? You can't throw it forward.
No, yeah, no forward passes, all laterals. You can only advance the ball by either kicking it or running it forward.
Right.
So,
Okay, and then as you're about to get hit, you throw it to the guy next to you. As he's about to get hit, it goes all the way across, blah, blah, blah. So the cameras always follow the ball. So after you get hit and you've let the ball go, do you get up and try to go around and flank the other guy and come back the other way? Like,
it depends. It's offense is really just a counting numbers kind of game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 15 on 15. You're just trying to find the gap. So,
how many people total on the team?
on our team, we're rolling around with like 40 guys right now on our club. But
Wow.
on the field at a time, we got about 15. It's 15 on 15.
And how often can you sub?
You get in a real league match, you're only supposed to have 6 subs, so you have to use them wisely.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, we got into some overtime games. We've seen some other clubs, especially that we had to play. That you go in past 80 minutes and it's tied in a playoff game, and you've used all your subs, and your guys are just dying out there.
I bet.
Now the scrub, when you get all you lock up together and then they roll it in the middle,
Oh, yeah.
and then it comes out behind somebody, and they wait a second, and they pick it up off the ground and throw it. You know where it's going to go, right? I mean,
Yeah.
why lock up? Why don't you just pick it up off the ground? Like, what's the point of the scrum?
Well, the scrum is it's off any minor infraction, usually like a knock on or a forward pass, just something accidental.
It's a
But
penalty
it gives
kick.
while our team, whatever team gets to put the ball in the middle, usually has the advantage because we know when we're gonna push.
Right.
Because we can't push each other until the ball's in.
Right.
So. It also gives the defense a little bit of a chance to try to steal it. So if you have a really strong scrum, I mean, generally you're supposed to win all your own
You can
scrums.
steal it inside that hole?
Yeah, that's what the hooker does. The hooker tries to snap at it, and the guy in the middle of the scrum, he's trying to kick the ball back and win it for his team.
Oh,
So there
okay.
It is.
Now, what are the fastest guys on the team? What position are they usually?
There's going to be the wingers, the guys all the way on the edge, just like in in regular football.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
But
So you try to get it out to them, and they can just stream down the sidelines.
yeah,
Why do you have to dive into the end zone?
because it looks awesome.
Yes, it
so
does.
You have to do it.
Agreed.
You have to. You don't just not do that. Like,
Right.
That's
Yeah, but that is a rule, though, right? That is a rule.
No, you just have to down it. You can just touch it down and do like that. But
So the point of diving is so that you won't be
yeah,
interrupted.
it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of spiking the football, though. I
Right,
mean, that's
yeah.
what you want to do. I mean,
yes.
honestly, if people are running on you and stuff like that, sometimes you have to dive. You want to dive just so nobody, because if you
They
put,
can't
you have
stop
to,
your momentum, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to. You can't like knock it on and do it either. So you have to like put it down, and it can't like go forward. It has to like.
But
have
if
a
you're
split
sliding,
second
you
like
can
that.
hold it, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
it.
Oh, and you can slide across the goal line and it
You
still
can slide.
counts?
You usually get one move. They call it a one move kind of thing. So if you hit the deck even like and you're just about a meter out, you could still go like this.
Yeah.
But double moves, it's kind of a ref's kind of call.
Okay.
We're
now-
talking to the Rocky Gorge Rugby Club, national champions, and they have another home game coming up on the 6th, which is in Columbia. You can find out more at pitchero.com. That's pitchero.com.
Well, actually, it's rockygorgerugby.com will take
Is
you
it?
right there.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that too.
Okay. Now another question. When you kick it through the uprights,
Mhm.
that's how many points?
It's worth it's worth 3. You can do it during live play, and it has to be what's called a drop kick, so it has to touch
Right.
the ground,
Right.
and that's worth 3. And you can do that any time when people are trying to tackle you and
Right.
stuff like that. Now, if you score a try or a touchdown, which would be like a good way to explain it for
Right.
football listeners, it's worth 2 as or the kick
So
after.
Oh, so
a
you
try.
get a kick after no matter what.
Yeah,
How
it-
much is the try worth? 6?
worth 5.
5. Then you get the after kick is worth 2.
Yes.
So you get 7 total points.
hmm
And then if you're just running down the field and you got a clear shot, you think you can kick it, you just drop kick it through, and that's 3 points.
Yeah.
And then the other team gets the ball right then?
Yeah. No, generally they have to kick back off to you, so it's
Oh, so you
whoever
get the-
scores, they have to kick it back. So.
Oh, wow. Now, what's the, man, let me ask you, what's the worst injury you've suffered so far?
Well, I've gone head to head with somebody. And
Knock you out?
No, I actually just like. Oh, I'm sorry. It actually just like split my head completely wide open.
Oh, that's all. It's not a big deal.
A 4-inch gash.
Jesus.
Yeah, pretty gnarly for sure.
I
No.
went to school with them, and I'm sure did Doc staple your head up?
Oh yeah. Actually,
They stapled you right up there?
we had a doctor as a coach. Back in college, and he actually stapled me right there on the sideline.
Did you go back in?
That game, no, I didn't.
I mean, it's like Mick Foley, like stapling.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like Doc Davis from Salisbury would literally take you and just like, he's fine, tape him up, he's good to go. Walk it
Yeah, I
off.
remember when I was a kid, Herring Run Park down in the city, there was some rugby guys. And Doc Howard was a sports medicine doctor, whatever they're called, orthopedic, at Union Memorial, I think. And he would play. He would just stitch guys up right on the sidelines. I mean, no numbing, nothing. Just hooking guys and stitching. And he'd run back in. I'm like, Jesus, God. So you played football, though, in gear, in like real football.
Yeah.
And I would imagine, like when you get hit, a good tackle, it's got to hurt more than when you're in pads and a helmet, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think the only one redeeming thing is just the rules of rugby is because the ball is the offsides line. You always see any hits coming at you.
Right.
So you're never getting that like blindsided, I'm not looking,
Yeah.
just get blasted in the back kind of tackle. You always see everything coming at you.
And have you guys ever been just annihilated by a team? Like they were so good, you just like got annihilated. Is that creepy?
than once.
Like, is that just a reminder of how good